In Guelph, we have Steve on the line. Hi, Steve.
Wondering about Whitecap Resources. I recently bought it at $14. It's moved up a little bit since then. I wonder about its payout ratio, if it's safe, and where you see it going. I'd hope to hold this for maybe a few years. Thanks very much.
Great. So, Steve, just for disclosure purposes, the biggest weighting in all of our portfolios right now is energy, and that's probably the biggest change in our portfolios over the last 3 months. We've been long investors in energy infrastructure. The second group we've been focused in for a long time are the producers with significant dividend payouts, and Whitecap fits into this group. Whitecap's interesting because they have been really prolific at adding new resources in an efficient way. And so they have a lot of drilling targets in front of them. They're able to replace their production at a low cost. It's got a great dividend policy, and we expect to continue to see good production growth and be able to fund the dividend going forward. So this is one that fits firmly into that camp. And also in that camp, we would put like a Torque or we would put ARC. There's a number of them in Canadian marketplace. Baytex is another.
Right.
But that's another core theme. You know, investors wanting to play the long cash flow stream and friendly dividend policies. And I think you're going to continue to see that group get revalued versus the market.
You'll be talking more about Torque in just a moment. Some news on Whitecap today, boosting their credit facilities to $1 billion from $600 million, and they say they're on track to meet their production view for the year. And you saw the stock shooting higher today to another record high. Here's Klaus. He is in Sioux Lookout. Hi, Klaus.
Hello there, and thank you for taking my call. I'd like to ask about Precision Cast Parts. It's a symbol PCP on New York. I got in at 189, and it's at about 254 now. I was thinking of taking some profits, but I also think there might be some upside. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, please.
Yeah. So, Klaus, Precision, like many of the industrials, went through a consolidation over the last 2 months after trading to a sort of 273, 74. We think that was consolidation in line with what was going on in the market and was healthy. You know, consolidation comes two ways. It comes in price or it comes in time. And for the most part, we've seen sort of typical time consolidation. It looks to us as though the S&P is very close to breaking out again to new highs. And the industrials is a group that's behaving very well relative to the market. Within the industrials group, we really like and have liked for a long time the aerospace industry. Precision sells a lot of parts into the aerospace industry. And so, look, if it can hang in above sort of 240, 242, which is sort of technical support, we think it looks quite good. Most recent earnings came in sort of in line. They report again about 7-8 days from now, and we think they probably report pretty good numbers. We don't own the stock currently, but I think it's a great company and one that plays into the key themes in the market.
Back to energy, David, and a company you just talked about, you touched on a little bit. The Rick is in Winnipeg. Hi, Rick.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
My question is on Torque. I purchased about 15 months ago, and I'm doing really well on it. And I'm just what your outlook is for this company, and also purchased Whitecap about 15 months ago. And I'm really excited about both these companies, and I just want to know what your outlook is for either one. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Rick. It's nice when they go up, for sure.
Yeah, so Rick, congratulations. You know, you've made some great investments. This is another one of our core positions. Look, one of the hardest things to do when you're investing is to stay with winning positions. And we all have a tendency to want to take profits too early. And people often have a tendency to hold on to stocks too long when they're not working. We're in a great market right now for energy. You know, seasonally, there are people who would say sell in May and go away. We don't believe that to be the case this year. We think that there is upside in this group, which is why we have a big position. So look, for the same reasons I talk about Whitecap, I talk about Torque, great growth, great geographic location, good dividend. I think that this is one that can continue to perform well against, you know, what was a relatively tough market over the last couple of months. Energy group held in really well. It's possible it could take a breather in here and consolidate a little bit, but where you get the kind of financial metrics that you're getting in this company, there's pretty good support, I think, for the stock, and it's one that we'd continue to buy.
A yield of 4% on Torque Oil and Gas. Here's Kevin. He is in Peterborough as we stick with energy. Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, guys, thanks for taking my call. Great show as always.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, Crescent Point, I was thinking of getting into this, but I'm not sure if I should wait for a couple of months or talk about all the oil from Libya coming in or whatever. Is this a good entry point? I'll hang up and I'll listen. Thank you so much.
So, Kevin, I'm sensing a theme here on the call today.
You started it.
Yeah, yeah. So, again, another company that plays in a theme. This is another large position of ours. This is a company that was criticized for a long time for the dividend policy. You know, the reinvestment of dividends was creating lots of equity in the business. This is one that should continue to grow its production. They've got years and years and years of drilling targets in front of them, probably over 25 years of drilling targets, and is going to continue to grow its dividend as we go along. So again, this fits into a theme, and I think the theme is in place and will be in place for a while.
Just quickly here, yield is 6.2% on Crescent Point. Did you like the Kenera deal they struck the other day?
Yeah, we thought that was an excellent deal. We think they bought some great assets. That opens up more opportunity for them as they go along. You know, they've been criticized at times for issuing equity to do deals, but they've built up a wonderful inventory of opportunities for themselves. So we think that this is a good business, and they're executing well, and it's one that we continue to own.
We will come right back with the past picks of David Burrows. We're looking at 3 big winners, 2 of which he's still in for clients, and 1 of which he is out of, and he'll tell you why after this.